Hi friends, welcome back to Win Philly. This is episode number
19.
Oh my gosh, I lose track. This is crazy. Thank you for keeping me on.
I'm like 19.
19.
Wowzers.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
exciting.
you. So I'm Nakisha Hodge. I am the owner of Hodge Studios, which is where we film this VCast, I guess, Win Philly. And I'm also a photographer. And if you need your portrait done, hit me up.
She's
good.
Yeah.
I am good. So let me introduce to you my lovely co-host. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this without you.
Thank you. That was sweet.
Sex Dr. Heather.
And she's an artist, and she does all the, and we're in her studio at Hodge Studios. That's where we film each and every time we do our filming. It's amazing in here. It's come a really long way, and it's beautiful.
Long way.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. And you see this fabulous light.
Yes, the lighting.
Yes, so I'm Dr. Heather. I am a clinical sexologist, and I'm a marriage and family therapist, and I am the owner and operator of the Studio for Sexual Health, Wellness, and Education Incorporated. So look me up, go on my IG, go on my YouTube, check me out, watch my videos. I give some really educational and fun things I do. I like to have fun, and we like to have fun too. But today we're here on our 19th episode with Theresa.
Yay.
So
Hi,
if you would
guys.
introduce yourself and tell us about you.
Yes, please. Thank you. Hi, guys. My name is Theresa Owens. I have a couple businesses in downtown Dover, Delaware. You can also catch me online with both of them as well. I own Blu Vintage Boutique. It's a coastal country, laid-back, classic fashion for women. I also have to be coming, hopefully in the next few months, Stone Rail Market. It is a cafe, and it's catering to convenience where you grab and go.
Oh,
so
nice.
there's plenty of restaurants in the area that sit down and cater, but it could take a long time. But say you're really busy or you have to eat at your office, you still want quality food. So basically I've arranged it to where you can come in and you can grab a nice sandwich and maybe a beer or so, or you can sit down and just eat and chat, or you can even work on your podcasts and use the Wi-Fi that's free there. So
Free
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
What's that address again?
and there's wine. And there's wine. So yeah, so soon to be
Did you say wine?
there's wine and champagne. I love a bubbly. A
I
good
love
bubbly.
how she just perks
is
up
nice,
at
so.
the sound of wine.
Next time I'm going to bring some.
Yes.
That'll be our testing while we take this.
So I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Teresa has been working on her businesses for quite some time, and we've known each other for a long time. I know a lot of the guests are friends, but you surround yourself with people who are getting it. You gonna get it too.
Yes.
Dope people.
Yes.
Yes,
They
some
have to.
dope
They
people,
force you to level up.
Yeah.
So that's
You
definitely
gotta
true.
level up. So I think that what you're doing is amazing, and I know Heather has the questions. I'm just gonna I'm gonna chime in because I just want to say that Heather always comes prepared. She has her questions written out, and I'm like, what was the topic again?
No, she is not. She is exaggerating. She always knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Hence her being so successful at what she does. The 100 things that she does.
That's true.
But I am just, people are different, and I think that's why I love people. Like that's why, so we're relational, and we're supposed to be relational, and we're supposed to be different, right? So but you're supposed to be kind and loving in the differences, not judgmental. Right, so I think that we're working on that. We're working on communication, working on it. That's
You
part
guys
of
have positive criticism.
yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
part of
for
being
sure.
An
entrepreneur.
And it's
Yeah.
hard as a female because females, we do take things the wrong way. And when you are really into and understand the definition of an entrepreneur, you take that
We were
more as a
just talking
positive
about this
criticism.
before she came.
So
must
you
have
guys,
listening.
I pay attention. That's my job. But I see the way you two work well already, and you guys do have disagreements and you do have different viewpoints, but it's a respected atmosphere. And so you guys are destined for success because that's one of the keys of the habits of a female entrepreneur. You have to understand criticism.
Yeah.
You do, and it's rough. Sometimes it's challenging to pull back from being a leader and being like aggressive.
Aggressive.
But you can be assertive and kind and a leader.
Yes, because
Right?
as a female, if a man were aggressive a certain way, there would be no questions asked.
Yep.
As a female, it
That
is a
is
fine
so
line where
true.
you're not judged
Yeah.
as being, I guess,
A bitch.
Yes.
in so many ways.
Yes.
So sometimes you do have to not watch how you are, but just be aware of
Yep.
your mannerisms and the way you speak. And
Yeah.
so
Look at
the
this
women
girl,
who get
wise
it.
beyond
You
her
have to get
years.
it, you know. So.
Yes.
And
Wow.
all of that is extra.
Mhm.
Like it's extra on top of all the other things that we as women have to do.
Makeup and hair.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes.
Where's that alcohol? Okay, sorry. I'm off
Yes.
subject.
No, we always get off subject because it's actually not off subject.
Yeah.
It's actually on subject because we want to talk about all of that with you because you
Okay.
do so much. You
Yes.
know, so what's your business name or businesses?
Blu Vintage
Okay.
Boutique is the retail business, and Stone Rail Market is the cafe.
I love that name.
So how did you come up with these names?
I just did my research, so we'll just take something very simple as Starbucks or Wawa that everybody is very well known, but they have bizarre names that no one's really ever heard of before until they existed. But they created a word that was strong and comforting and solid. So I kind of took that role of, when I open up a business, what is my main goal? I don't want to be an average Joe, but I'm also not reinventing the wheel. So I wanted to create something where I could grow and expand if the stars align properly. So Blu Vintage was wooder, blue, fresh, strong, and then the vintage was the look that I was going for. So when you put that word together, if you step foot into my atmosphere of the store, you would see all of it comes together. I have fresh clothes that are classic trends, but at the same time the vintage vibe. So now if anybody outside of Delaware has heard of me, they wouldn't understand it. But once you get to know me, you'll become a trusted brand with me, because you'll be like, okay, I know her quality of clothes, I know this, I know that. So I'm just like, that's where I come up with the name. So Stone Rail Market, another name, which is stone is strong, rail is strong. So I put that together and I thought, okay, if a customer orders food from me, they're gonna know it's good quality. They're gonna, again, feel safe or comfort or want to order from me again. But I also have to follow through with all of that.
Yes.
You know, it's consistency as well. So my goal was that I could become a brand and market my own brand and eventually become something larger than what's in Delaware. That's my goal.
That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I
so
love it.
it's a lot of work. I mean, I would love to say my name on it, like it's Theresa Owens Boutique, but do you know you have to be there?
Yeah.
They want to see Theresa, so I stayed clear of my own personal name because
That's really
you got to
important.
run it from
Yeah.
behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
That's really important. When my friend Shannon, you know, the makeup artist, when she was talking about building her brand, she was like, you know, it's good to have your name on it, but you know, anything can happen with your life. You could go through a period where you make some bad personal choices, and then next thing you know, your name is kind of, you know, synonymous with trouble or with that, whatever. So she wanted to create something the same way. You really have to think outside of, you know, putting your personal name on it, and think of something that's gonna stand the test of time, that other people, maybe if you want to franchise.
I want people to support the business, not because it's me.
Right.
I want people who know me to support me, but if you've never heard of me, I want you to enjoy the business without having something latched to it.
Yeah.
So that's where I don't do many of my pictures, and I don't do, and I know that everyone says you should, and I think it's great. But again, I do have so many other moving parts that what if I drop the ball and I can't be at my store every single Friday? And then it's like, oh, well, she doesn't work at her business, she does. So I'm more of a behind the scenes girl. I love being in front, but for the right reasons. And this would be one of the right reasons, you know? So
That's cool.
I love it. I think that was great advice, actually, in you telling us how you came up with those names, because people are always trying to find names to things and can't like think of anything. So you and your process, that's amazing. So now I'm thinking that's the process I'm gonna go through to figure out my podcast name.
it could just be simple, drheather.com.
Doorknob.
Right.
I love it. Don't be taking my stuff, y'all.
That means you just want to go on vacation a lot.
Yeah.
That's palm tree.
Yeah.
So don't forget to hit the subscribe button as
Yes.
you hear and listen to us and all of this goodness we got going on right here at this table. We just really want you to be able to ask questions too. Comment, ask questions. Theresa will see the questions, right? And be able to answer you if she can. But if you have anything you want to ask her, comment about me and about Nakisha. I have another question. What has been the biggest reward for you?
Oh, okay, so I'm a little bizarre. I love animals. Sometimes I think I like animals more than humans, but it happens.
It happens.
So I always wanted to have businesses that if ever I did become successful, that I could make my own little mark on helping local animals. I've always helped local animals with my own money, but now with my clothing store, I've noticed this huge support of people who come support my business solely because I have a security cat at my store. And some of our proceeds go to help my nonprofit, Blue Paw, which help local animals.
I love that, Blue Paw.
And so
Blue
Larry has
Vintage,
his
Blue
own
Paw.
name, his own, people come in just to see Larry sometimes and don't even shop. But that's fine because to me, my passion, my reward is this cat got more love than he ever would have gotten. And I have since then have helped other cats and animals get into other businesses. So we have a little paw movement, I guess you could call it.
I love
So
it.
that's like my reward. Like, I mean, money's great, being noticed is great, being complimented is great, like being successful in some aspect is great, but the reward is more just knowing that I can help another animal or something like that.
Another
Bringing you
topic
more
we were
joy.
talking about.
Yes,
again.
yeah.
It's so fulfilling, and money is like nothing.
Money, they do say, does come when you're passionate for what you want to
What you
do.
want to do.
And there's many years where you're like questioning yourself, like, what?
Why
This is
did
not
I-
happening. Where is this? But then one day it just kind of all that hard work eventually comes
Culminates,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like like they say, it's like a rubber band. It gets pulled so tight and you don't see any success, anything in return. And then 1 year you just wake up and everything
And
you
it
worked
snaps
so hard
back.
for.
Like,
It's
yes.
like right there. So
Yeah.
I just want to add, I have a cat and her name is Pinky.
Oh, so Pinky and Larry.
Pinky
Me
is
too.
adorbs. I
They
love
might
my
need
little
to
boo-boo.
FaceTime.
Pinky.
Pinky, she's funny. I'll show y'all some
That's your
videos when we
podcast
cut the
name.
commercial.
Actually, let's put that
That's your
picture up
podcast.
right here. We're gonna put up Larry the cat
Oh my
and
God, I
also
love
Pinky.
Pinky, she's
How
adorable.
cute.
She's a calico.
I love it.
I love her.
A calico. Oh, I didn't know you had a calico.
Yeah, for like 4 years.
I did not know that.
Is she a little jealous?
I don't have any pets. I have a child. Okay.
That's a lot of work there. It's a lot of work too.
So, wow, that's amazing. I love that already, you know, even in the beginning of your business, you're giving back to the community. That's important.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is eventually to give back more, but I just believe anybody who gives back in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's
and
it's
you just
it's a humbling thing. You
Yeah,
have
you
to keep
just do
yourself
it.
humble. So
That's awesome.
So that was a success story, I think. Like you
Well,
telling
thank
us
you.
about the cat and how the rescues and how people come and the donation piece. All of that to me is a success
yeah.
story.
Well, they
right?
come and take pictures with him, and he has his own Instagram, and people talk to him.
Oh my God.
He
That
has
is so
messages. He has Facebook. People come from Alaska. People come from Canada because we have the Dover Air Force Base in our area, and a lot of people
Yes.
travel. I have people who physically traveled from a certain state, take pictures with him, and they want nothing more but to be photographed with him. And
I have to follow
him a
him.
hug.
Oh my goodness,
God.
that
yes,
This is
yes.
sounds
There's
cute.
so many stories if you go on there.
adorable.
There's everything from children to adults, and then he now has a Facebook because they got requested. We would do a YouTube, but that's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there
hello.
yet. Let me get the
Hello.
cafe open.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do
a
this
lot of
YouTube.
work.
Podcast.
It's so much work.
So my last question around the entrepreneur thing is, what has been your biggest challenge, and how did you navigate through that challenge?
I would say I'm still navigating, and there's probably two challenges. One, financial. Clearly,
Always
money
financial.
gets you so much further.
Yes.
But we as entrepreneurs don't allow the money to hinder us from moving forward. So we have to get creative. So that is exactly what I do on every aspect. I focus heavily on anything that's free with the marketing and all that. So
Yes.
that challenge, hence my awesome podcast friends, to let me be here, just to help me one step further to getting noticed. But money is definitely always going to be a challenge. So you have to really sit down. As much as all my friends say I'm not very good with my numbers or organized, you got to figure out time management to the T. You know, that really will save you when it comes to finances, in my mind. So that's still a challenge. And then my second one is sleep. The long hours and the early mornings, but as much as I say you do get a lot done because you're working longer and harder than most people, you do need to find your downtime and sleep. So I find that being a challenge because as a female, you always want to look refreshed, you always want to be on top, you always want to make the proper decisions. And sometimes that can be hindered when you're not exactly bright-eyed
because you haven't gotten a lot of your sleep?
I do. No, I get my sleep. I don't play.
I never get
it's 10
sleep.
o'clock. Good night.
Then you got it. You have got it.
10 to 6. So really, my sleep, you know how if you have an iPhone, it's a bedtime app. So it comes up and says start getting ready for bed at 10.
Yes.
So by 11 I'm asleep. So I get up at 7 every day. So I sleep from 11 to 7. I get 8 hours of sleep every day.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I hit the snooze on the weekend, but during the week I'm up at 7, 11 to 7.
I wish,
I don't
like,
know
I'm
what
trying
it's
to think the last time I had 6 hours of sleep.
I don't know if I've had an hour rested sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I wake up all the time. Because listen, as an entrepreneur, ideas come to you.
They
so
do.
you have to be ready with your notepad and like, and then you have to write it down or you forgot something to do the next day because
that happens to me, yeah.
We were doing our podcast and I'm like, what are we talking about? What are we? And you're like, I'll get that to you.
Right,
I'll
I
remind you.
know. Yeah, I do that. And people that I work with, even I've done this to you, it'll be like random 3 a.m. and I'll wake up like, oh, I need to send Heather this. She asked me for it a week ago. Or something, I'm sending emails, ridiculous. That's why you should never sleep with your phone next to your bed.
Oh.
I do, but my phone's off.
Yeah, well, or have it off. I can't like sleep with the phone next to my bed. Yeah, because I literally reach for it like, and I'm checking. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock. Like, that's terrible.
I mean, I tell my clients, so I have my business phone and my personal phone. So my business phone, I say, you know, my clients, they can call me at any time, 24 hours. And however, if it's an emergency and the voicemail says this, please go to the emergency room or contact 911, you know, because I can't help you in an emergency, right? We have people in place
Don't call me in an emergency.
Sex therapy's hard. You
know, so I need for you to like go onto that ER or 911 and then let me know what happened. Like, give me an update. But
I was just thinking of someone like
just forward it to
I just killed my husband having sex with him. He had a heart attack.
Yes.
Well, you know that happens. People do have heart attacks during intercourse.
Oh my goodness.
Because intercourse is exercise.
Can we sit down in one of our meetings and do a miniature podcast and be like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
We'll be sipping the bubbly.
Listen.
Funny.
It is. So I just got a fun question to ask you. What is your idea of true happiness?
Oh, that's such a great question. I don't even know if I have a solid answer for that, but I could say true happiness for me, per se, would be just kind of waking up and being rested. That is like simple for me. But I would just say,
oh my goodness,
probably just not having an argument or something. Like just literally just waking up and just being. That's it. Like the day should go smooth and doesn't matter if you have to run around or go wherever, just there's no like extra drama.
Wait, who are you arguing with?
Everybody.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter if it's the cat that I'm arguing with. It doesn't matter if it's an employee.
Just people.
If the something didn't go right, like your Comcast is down when you're supposed to be running a credit card.
Right.
I mean,
and
there's a
Comcast,
lot of,
you call them and you're arguing with them because they're like, oh, it's up. No, actually, it's not up.
Then you got architects, and then you got to say you want to order bags for your store, but they ran out, and anything, even just going to McDonald's and they gave you the wrong order. You know, like
right. This is the icing on the cake.
The happiest thing for me is just a smooth day. So I don't have much like main goals other than just like, okay.
Wow.
With some wine at the end, maybe.
Bubbly, I prefer, but
bubbly.
Yes.
You know what? I'm about to pop some wine because they putting all these innuendos. Let me just.
No. Nakisha don't need no wine. Wait till after we film.
There.
I'm pretty sure y'all want her to drink some wine, but no. Okay.
I say yes.
Oh boy. Heather, I'm guessing you gave me this so I can see
Yeah,
those.
those are our questions that we have for our guests. So I want to know if you wanted to ask her any of those.
Okay, I'll take number 4.
Okay.
Door number 4.
Okay.
What's a headline that you would love to read about yourself?
Oh, that I won Dancing
That's
with
a
the
good one.
Stars.
Isn't that good? Really?
So I just
Wait, because you just auditioned for.
No, I'm doing okay. So Delaware has a Dancing with the Stars, and it's to raise money for the Mom's House, which is the Boys and Girls Club for Delaware. So when I was younger, as an adolescent, I was a little bit of a troublemaker. So I used to have to do community service with them, and so as I've matured and got my head a little more centered, now they have come to me and said that I'm like one of the up and coming entrepreneurs, and that I can be one of the stars.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
it's coming. We announced I think this will be announced next week who all the 10 stars are for the 11th season. And I'll have a professional to dance with, and we have to raise $10,000 or more. And it's just, to me, it's like one of those humbling moments where it's like, well, now I can give back, you know?
Yes.
And so it's an honor that they think that I'm somebody up and coming, because I sure as heck don't feel that way. I just think I'm your average Joe, but
you're not.
I'm getting noticed, so I'm happy about that. But it would be nice to be the winner of it. However, just to be a part of it and my name saying that I'm one of the headliners is kind of like an accomplishment, because it was one of my top 5 goals of this year. And
That's
I've already
awesome.
reached 2 of them.
That is incredible, and you have 3 months left to reach the rest.
Yeah, we got Best in Delaware, my boutique did, in less than 2 years.
I gotta come to the boutique.
Yeah,
So-
I was actually featured in her boutique.
She did it
Oh,
for
so
Delaware Today
cool.
magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I was floored. That was another goal, was to get in the magazine and do a spread, and I
Yeah.
got to be in it.
Yeah.
And I got to get
Featured
her,
her.
and they loved her, and you did such a great job
Thank
too,
you.
by the way. So
I'm published.
Yes, yes, auntie.
and now you're podcasting. See,
Yeah,
it all just works the way it's supposed to.
I am just so thrilled to
Thank
have
you.
you here with us. I'm like, this has been amazing. What do you think?
Yes,
I'm ready for round 2.
I know that's right. Shoot.
Everyone says that when
After
they
she
come
wins
here. Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars,
I want you to come
Or
here
good-
in my
or
office.
good
show us
runner-up.
something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
clothes aren't included, so I get to probably.
They're not included?
I have to get it. So either I
Really?
get to make it, or I'll know more this week coming up. So
Well, I hope you
I'm
get it,
excited.
because I know your outfit is going to be bling, 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 bling,
I
bling.
got it more bubbly and squats. That's
Yeah.
what I got to do to get prepared. So
Girl, your body is slamming, please.
thank you. I'm excited.
Well, this
It's hard
is
work.
amazing.
Yeah, so is there
This is
anything
great.
you want to say in closing or give to the audience?
I apologize I didn't cuss a lot more, because that is something that I'm known for, and as an entrepreneur,
You did really
we
well.
do
Wow,
curse
you did
a lot.
amazing.
So I was
Wow.
glad I just said bitch once or twice, but usually I have a
believe it.
very bad mouth. And I appreciate you both for having me, and I am so proud of both of you.
Thank
Oh,
You
you.
guys have
Thank
come
you.
a long way, and this is exciting. So
Thank you.
tune in. We got episode 20 coming up again.
Ballin', that's right.
Yes.
Wow, time flies, man. I remember this was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Where's Hollis?
I know, where's Hollis? So
You
thank
could've
you
cued the
so
music.
much for joining us for this episode. If you liked this episode, please like it, share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of our fun guests. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Are we ready for our drinks now?
Yes.
Drinks.
Yay.
So we're gonna go.
I'm Nakisha.
Peace.
I'm Nakisha.
Dr. Heather.
And I'm Theresa Owens.
And I will leave all of their links below so you can, say hello. It is not stalking.
Just creeping.
All right, guys.